Hi, my name is Rika, an international student. I'm taking a post degree diploma in business management here in VCC, and I've been living here in Canada for just about 8 months now. I want to share my experiences that I've gained over the past months to help you newcomers and future managers in understanding the mosaic country, which is Canada. So, the first topic in my organizational behavior topic is going to be managing demographic and cultural diversity. But before that, I want to explain to you an analysis of Hofstede's analysis for Canada. As you can see here, individualism ranked the highest. Here in Canada, I was really culture shocked because from where I'm from, which is the Philippines, it is a collectivism country. Our culture tends to emphasize relationships and loyalty more, but people here hold their personal privacy off limits to all and to their own in the workplace. It is more on self achievement and individual rights. I also want to talk about power distance here. I want to emphasize this because it's relatively low. This means that of a greater equality between societal levels like government, like organizations, even in like where I work, and even within families. At first, I wasn't used to this because Filipinos or the culture in Philippines is you call your superiors ma'am or sir. And I'm currently working at a part-time job right now, and my boss always points it out when I talk to him that sometimes I call him sir. It slips out of my mouth. He told me that you can still respect someone not only with sir or ma'am, but just through how you say your words and actions without using these superior words at all. Also, Canada scores high on the Indulgence Index. This indicates that they encourage enjoying life, having fun, and embrace a lifestyle of leisure and personal freedom. And they value work life balance here, which is great. Even on holidays where I work, the store closes early as Sundays because here they value family more than anything. So, diversity. Canada is often called a cultural mosaic because it's a multicultural country that embraces diverse ethnic groups, languages, and cultures. But no country is perfect. So, these are the common challenges of diversity, no matter where you are. But specifically, I want to share my experience living here in Canada. So, coming from a country like the Philippines, it doesn't compare to the cultural diversity here in Canada. Every diverse people here coexist together in this society. And the Philippines does not have that level of diversity, which led to a culture shock. So having different cultures allow me to experience other people's cultures, learn from them, but sometimes it can also clash and cause conflict. So for me, race is a big thing. I now work with other people from different ethnic backgrounds and race, and having that dynamics in the workplace in the first few days or weeks is a bit tricky for me, but once you get to know these people, it's not that different after all. But I'll talk more about that in the next topic. What actually surprised me is people with disabilities, or the disability in the fifth one, on their specific challenges of diversity. Canada can work because, Canada, they let PWDs work because the country has laws and policies designed to promote inclusion, accessibility, and equal opportunities in the workforce. And personally, I've been assisted once in shoppers, and the experience is nice. I respect this a lot that they support inclusion in the workforce and ensures their rights are protected. So, why is it important? I believe that diversity helps people bring different ideas, experiences, and perspectives together to create a more um, problem solving, more inclusive environment. And my takeaways are these three things. Cultural intelligence means that you understand other people's cultures. It helps us work better, communicate effectively, and avoid miscommunication. Avoiding ethnocentrism also is helpful because you don't think that your own culture is the best or is the only way of doing things. Because ethnocentrism can lead to prejudice and conflict. Accountability is when we treat others with fairness and inclusivity. So I believe these three components ensure we create environments where everyone feels respected and valued. The next topic is understanding people at work, individual differences and perception. So these are the five or big five personality traits. I personally think personality together with values are important and they shape our character, and no person is the same, especially in a diverse country. I want to emphasize more on extroversion because that is what I experience in my work. For instance, I have an extroverted manager who is more comfortable with open discussions, while me, an introvert, prefers one on one conversations. I believe that understanding this helps you communicate more effectively and avoid misunderstandings. Again, I believe personally that personality and values will shape your character. So, as future managers, embed this in your mind. My next topic is communication. So, I will share to you one communication barrier I have experienced personally in my work and how I overcame it. So, miscommunication happens when you have poor listening. So, I just want to emphasize on one experience I had with a coworker and how miscommunication happened. It was because of my poor listening skills. So, I was working as a kitchen staff in a fast food chain and it could get pretty hectic and busy. So, the person working in the front cashier who I wasn't close with and wasn't Filipino. There's a little background. Most of my coworkers are Filipino. So she told me extra instructions for a customer's order because that day was very busy. You can barely hear anyone with a small voice. So she told me of a special instruction for a customer's order, and I didn't clearly understand what she said. I didn't tell her to repeat it for me because I'm still new and I was afraid to get scolded. But that was wrong to do so in the first place. I realized that. So to cut it short, I made the order wrong and had to repeat it again. And surprisingly, she didn't scold me. She said it was okay and mistakes happen, especially if you're new to a job. But again, she reminded me it could have been better to ask and confirm the order for better customer service and no delays. And of course, I apologized and I said I will be better the next time. So I believe the most important part of communication and to overcome that especially is active listening. So active listening, you could give clear communication. So when you actively listen to someone, you're more likely to understand the message um, the other person is telling you, right? So this reduces the chances of misunderstanding or confusion, which is in my part. It also helps us have a deeper comprehension. Now that I realize she said it nicely, was she wasn't even stressed that time. She was very calm and collected. I am the only one who was getting very neurotic at the time because it was a rush service at the time. So having deeper comprehension will allow me to process not only the words but also the tone, the emotion, and context behind the message, and I will have a full understanding of what's being said. And that's everything so far I have experienced here. As future managers, I hope this will help you as a guide in your own journey here in Canada. So thank you for listening.